Welcome in, everyone. We're going to be trying to finish up 5.4 today. All right, let's get started. Happy Friday afternoon, everyone. At least it's Friday afternoon for me right now. Hope you've had a good week. Corporal Sandwich, your companions have already reported to the command room. Will you be joining them? Absolutely, we will. Thanks everybody for waiting up for me. Just taking our sweet ass time of like, you know, a week and a half to get here. Welcome back, my friends. What news? So they've been stealing crystals from the kobolds. My thanks for solving the mystery and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sicard's invitation, and I would have you join me as my guest. The future of Limsa hangs upon the outcome of this meeting, and I would have the signs present to bear witness.
Who's come crawling?
Traitor!
You can shove your piece!
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sicard, acting captain of the bloody executioners, at your service.
'Twas kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the beastmen. Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are.
Too bloody right!
Pirates till we die!
What we want, we take!
Piracy has no place in our
shit.
future.
This ain't gonna go well.
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place.
Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores. Finding the land occupied by kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did. But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we'd built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive. And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Wurlit and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom. When they do, our matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty. But if we cling to the old ways, this great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance then? Or shall we embrace change and thrive, like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a kobold and Sahagin our crewmates.
Rousing words. Might even be some truth in them. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just 'cause you say so. Still, we're all the Mincins here and no one wants a war. So where does that leave us? Long before you became Admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true? If so, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
Somebody's gonna die. Yes.
A duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, I accept your challenge.
Somebody has longer strides than the other. I never understood this. Are there rules on how quickly you could take your paces? Eesh.
This ain't over! Not till one of us is dead! Finish the job! Or I will!
It's the captain!
Captain Elfir!
Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
Captain!
Seems the whelps have been yapping while their master was abed.
Ouch.
Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew of the good ship Limsa Laminsa. At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on? Nay? Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
It's all we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
I didn't realize Sickard would have to answer to this guy.
You're bloody idiots is what ye are. Idiots with your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything ye want. We're pirates, aye. And we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom! So hold fast to that. Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as knew naught save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate! Lad, I made ye me right hand 'cause I saw something in ye. And I still do. You've the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief. Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. We're with ye, wherever ye be headed.
You have my thanks, Hilfir.
Oh, he's sick. Oh, he's been MIA.
Your choice of dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage. Mistbeard's vanished into legend, and it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow. There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. But I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
That could have ended much worse. Though I had anticipated a duel, I did not foresee that Hilfrigger would intervene. But I'm glad that he did. It would have been a shame to kill the boy. Instead, the whelp has learned a valuable lesson and we've made peace amongst ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbors. Now, I need hardly tell you, but any attempt to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can be first wrestled from the grip of their gods. And so, at the meeting that we seek to arrange with the kobolds, I would have you free their leader of Titan's influence. Leave it to us. We'll open his ears to reason. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there's something you should know. Some 50 years pass. When the Sahagin swarmed at our halls in ever greater numbers, Limsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go to bounty of the seas, to kobolds shall go to the bounty of the land, an ostensibly equitable arrangement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Aye, inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving in to claim the northern reaches of La Nocia, which the kobolds believed theirs. Bloodshed followed. Then bloodshed to answer to bloodshed, and on it went, till every elm of Vilbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand. It is the present, fresh and raw. And with their kindred's blood yet on our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobold's trust, even should we cure their temper. Admiral, you speak of obstacles like they are like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide a reason. I will restore their stolen crystals to them, and personally deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Bait, they would welcome us into their midst not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye, and given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I'll wager there'll be an attempt to summon Titan then and there. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. Precisely. He's the fish I would catch. But he will not be alone. Nay, he will have guards on hand, and they will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death of the kobold side would jeopardize our chance of peace. And there are my venture founders. Yet it need not. What if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we'd still have to weaken the kobolds, it will allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbeard used to take goods and not life? Aye, that would serve. Well done, Marshal. So friends, what do you think of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of ether to reverse its effect, not to mention time. Time during which Alicel would be defenseless, even should we all look to her protection. I'm not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take that risk, if not as we have any other choice. Besides, it's what Tesleen would do, and had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tempering, much less a chance to bring peace to Vilbrand. So I'm going to cure that priest or die trying. Let's do it. And I believe in you too. You and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It is settled then. See to your preparations and make for Camp Overlook. We'll join you there anon. Back. Camp Overlook. And of course everybody's already beaten me there. Alphino wasn't lying when he said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you all to give me the time I need. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave that to us and focus on your own task. Indeed, and should you wait for ether, you need only say the word. Gabu! Did you follow us here? There's something important I want to say, High Priest. Express, state, say. Please let me come with you. Please? I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me that you'll stay here where it's all safe, alright? My apologies for the wait. It took time, but we have secured our audience. All unfounded as expected. At the mention of my returning their crystals in person, the kobolds suddenly remembered how keen they were to be reconciled. And so, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Zada of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the navel. If you're ready, let's proceed to the Ukamara mines at once. I feel this is gonna be a mistake. Things are not gonna go as expected. Right, we can't go through that. This Aetherite will bear us our quarry. Should he make the summon Titan, as I anticipate, we'll halt the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hells will break loose, and we'll have to be an army of kobolds to entertain till Alisail's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We weaken them, and let Insar do the rest. It's time. Stay the course, my friends. I spot calmer waters beyond the squall. Do it! Love how we just pop in. Oh, hi! Are they already dead?
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Laminsa. I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here.
Of course, of course.
Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Aye, just as we thought.
Make sure not to harm them. Let's capture.
Now, Alisaie! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me.
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Time we shall grant. At me. Oh, Jesus.
We
What
must
are those?
protect Alisaie!
You're in my sights.
Too bad, hopefully. one done. We are gonna have to fight Titan though, right? Bring it on.
Just what we need. You're not alone.
What the hell? What's going on? Ah, we take damage for it. Got it.
You're in my sights.
Here you are, Alize.
Let's do it, girl. Too much damage. Oh, maybe not.
More! I need more people!
I need more time. Ouch. Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Just a little more!
Oh my god, where are they coming from? Okay, there's no way I can kill this one in time. There's no way. Oh damn. Okay, who's tanking that? Some might just sacrifice themselves. Oh, poor guy. Better make it worth it. Alright, 25%. Ready for the big finale? I'm the only one left. Everybody else is down. I guess. How do I do that? There you go, you better make use of it. Wait till our boss is drained. Ah, shit. I guess we just have to watch this, right? There's nothing we can do. No, Admiral, no! Oh, now I can move. Sure. What are you doing with this? What are you doing? I'm the only one left. How's that supposed to hurt me? so well with our last piece of ether. You know, we totally want to give it to you again.
Yes, this will do. Here I go.
Let's do it, LSA.
Go, Angela.
Did it work?
What?
They really haven't moved, have they?
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
Why would I do such a thing?
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Gabu! What are you doing here?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it, and you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already, so please, end the suffering.
Aww.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the Divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
I think there's a song about that.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Lominsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world, if you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
That is men.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much, my life is a single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
It's not loaded, right? Didn't do it. No way. Of course.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gabu does. And I will trust him.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
Yes, yes. Much grace. Thanks, Gabu.
Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
I was waiting for him to just shoot her right there. That was pretty much a whole bunch of nothing, but was needed. To assume we have found a way forward with the kobolds. Next, we'll help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course, and it'll take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. But reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that has long been true. So instead, I will say thank you for helping us to plot a course not only for Limsa Lominsa, but for all of Eorzea. That's what I do, you should know this by now.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
What is it, Breathe Man?
What in the world is that?
What? Where the hell did that come from?
A tower?
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards.
What?
The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower.
Shit. What's
They've
going on
sprung
here?
up all across Eorzea.
What's going on here, eh?
Nothing more is known, only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo. And may the
What the
navigator
hell?
speed you on your way.
They just appear like that. Well, that changed our course really quickly. Alright, what's going on, Lise?
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Roger preserved!
What? Oh, Ascians, of course.
It can't be.
The palace! After them!
You're here, good.
Oh boy.
Well
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why, even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck.
Is that Asahi?
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it! Anyone would think you dealt with Asians before.
Never ever.
Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fandango, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
That's a fan, Daniel.
My, straight to business is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days. To which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
The final days? But it was the Asians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire. And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die!
I feel like you just made that up.
And you! And you! I want you all to die!
Alright, Oprah of Death.
And I want to die too!
Jesus.
Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering! I'm different, you see, from the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you.
Of course you are.
So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe. I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles. We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers, and this very star our stage.
Straight to the point, are we?
Ah, but I nearly forgot. I have a message for you.
Xenos.
My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos.
We shall see him soon.
While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. and it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash. Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled, for if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut, will burn your cities and everyone in them.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Just pop up at the best times. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We've managed to put out that fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Rabon, can I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm gonna take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Merylwood tells me, you do some time off duty. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well, but if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care, both of you. You know we don't rest around here. One calamity to another. Back to the Rising Stones. Has Kral been debriefed? I'm sure. Sure they have. Ah, you're back too. Good. We've received the reports from the Alliance. Since we're all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account? No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. It would all seem tediously predictable, but for the endless variety of our foes, this Fan Daniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged, perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave in away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days, and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature did resemble the descriptions I've seen of the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandaniel would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum born of Ascian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that that concludes our news. What of yours, Yastola? I've been to see the Sultana. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their tempered, I judged it best to provide them with a cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ul'dah and delivered the porksies to her grace, along with detailed instructions on their use. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The immortal flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amalja, with negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amalja claimed that a number of their kind had been abducted, and that men are responsible. Not as known on the perpetrators as of yet. But as the Immortal Flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Van Daniel's towers. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far afield as Yanxia. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now, remain vigilant. And since we are dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Estinian! Estinian? Now just a moment. If you could be persuaded to lend us his lance, I would be the first to welcome it. But the truth is, we'll struggle even to find him. You let me and Kral worry about that. We'll sniff him out, no matter where he's hiding. If he is indeed in hiding. We have ways of locating him regardless, so if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. Bye. Well, rather than sit around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them on the use of the Porksies. They'd be doubtless to appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You'd be fresher for the tasks ahead. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. Was ever the way, the world often needs saving. And save it we shall. I for one do not intend to allow a nihilistic madman to take us all to the grave with him, now when the future holds such promise. Nay, I will do all in my power to protect those whom I hold dear, just as you have always done. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Now what are we gonna do? Meanwhile, somewhere in the locks. What's going on?
Scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them.
Ooh, this doesn't look good.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Oh, his mind isn't good.
Glory be. Glory be to Garlemald!
Okay, he's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, we're fine. The Imperial Palace. Dinos, what are you doing?
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing him that you await his coming, though I confess I may have singed him a little in the process.
Absolutely terrifying.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
I wouldn't trust Van
I
Daniel.
must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
But that sword was perfectly fine. It was beautiful. Good news, Pastrami. Thancred and Orianger have finished their tour of Garlemald, and are on their way back here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I am hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive at any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? Welcoming party. You needn't have gone through the trouble? From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was a little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alice, Raha, and Pastrami. But I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we're proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't been all tales of triumph. Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems piled up in our lap. Anyway, it's good to have you back, though I can't help noticing that we're one Orianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried, and I did try, repeatedly. But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to pry his robe on, and the others how the land lies in Garlemald. Then mayhap you should do the same for us? Indeed, it was just as Leia said. Worse, in fact, devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and Illard, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met the end at the hands of Xenos and Fan Daniel? Perhaps, or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working their day and night to rebuild, or rather transform it. Transform it? Into what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Orianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of ether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yet as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with nary a word changed between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed. Or tempered. We want to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. Huh. If Fanny Daniel could bind Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to provide valuable. You have our thanks. Well, be sure to have some for Orianger, which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Robon is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings in the towers, and he requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. This tower has been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back. I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter. I promise Cryle. We need not all attend. Very well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we'll have to speak with Orianger before the meeting. Alright, let's see where we got on the whole quest part. Did we get into 5.5 or not? What are we on? Unto the Breach. We did. We got 2.5.5. So we're getting close. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 more quests to go. Then we'll be all ready for the expansion. Perfect. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and end stream here, and then we'll get started on 5.5 next time. Have a great day, everyone, and make sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time.